Are you planning on moving to San Diego, California? Well, if yes, then this is the one question that must be running through your mind. How much does it actually cost to live in San Diego every month? If this is the case and you're thinking about this, you're lucky today, because today I'm going to go over the deeper costs of living in San Diego and focus on specifics to help you know how much it will cost to live in this incredible city. My name is Tristen Campanella. I help people who are moving to San Diego find the very best place for them to live. And I bring you all things about living in San Diego on my channel. I love your support by hitting the like button or leaving me a comment, and I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel for all things about living here in San Diego. Today I'm going to end with some heat maps in different San Diego areas so you can see where the most expensive places to live in San Diego are and where is the most affordable places. So if you're thinking about moving to San Diego, reach out to me anytime with your questions, and make sure to check out these videos on how to buy a house in San Diego. But before I go too deep into this, let's talk about what it's like to live in San Diego. This city has the population of around 1.4 million people and 3 more million people spread across the entire county. San Diego has been nicknamed America's finest city, and it is regarded as the birthplace of California. The city has over 18 towns and is incredibly close to Mexico, as I'm sure you know, and we share a border with that. Our economy is very vibrant, and it revolves mainly around tourism, manufacturing, military, research, biotechnology. San Diego has a robust military presence and has been heavily involved in defense since the Second World War. It's currently home to the largest naval fleet in the world. Did you know that? I didn't know that. So how much does it cost to actually live here in San Diego? How much money do you need to live in San Diego every month? I think that's the better question. Data from multiple credible agencies, it shows that San Diego is one of the most expensive cities to live in the United States. The cost of living is about 6% higher than California's average cost of living and 49% higher than that of the entire country. So clearly it shows that San Diego, it's expensive. It's an expensive city to live in. Cost of goods and services is about 8% higher as well than the rest of the country. According to Move.org, the average monthly cost in America's finest city is about $2,665. This figure is factored into about rent, utilities, gasoline, groceries, and it comes from the internet. I think it's a little bit higher now. But if you're planning to move to San Diego, you must be prepared to pay about 100% more rent than you're used to paying. San Diego tops the list when it comes to the cost of housing. The average rent in the metro part of the city is about $2,300 per month for a 1-bedroom apartment. So that's in downtown. If you move out skirts, it's gonna be cheaper, of course, right? The average rent of a 2-bedroom house, maybe in North County or at different areas, you could go about the same, but in town is about $3,000 to $3,500. In 2018, our rent went up 3.6, and now it's crazier, it's even more, okay? So if you want to live in some of the more expensive cities, including Little Italy and La Jolla, versus some of the cheaper places such as City Heights, North County, East San Diego, you'll have a huge fluctuation in affordability. The median home price to purchase in San Diego is $752,000. Los Angeles is still 8% more expensive overall than San Diego, so we are not the most expensive, and San Francisco is actually the most expensive city to live in, even beating out Manhattan this year. So what other cost of living should you expect in San Diego? Gas prices are high because it's California, guys, and so we have taxes on all of our gas. Coast gas prices in San Diego hover around $3.99 a gallon, and inland, more towards off the 15, it can go as low as $2.75 a gallon. And since San Diego is a very car-centric place, you will need to factor in having a car here. Actually, according to Channel 10 News, the average income needed to live in San Diego is $97,000, and I'm gonna put a link below to that. Coastal California's perks are on full display here though, so you get miles of relaxing beaches, an incredibly welcome laid-back culture, and the city's unique highlights that include the famous San Diego Zoo, the Wild Animals Safari Park, tons of museums and gardens at Balboa Park, a thriving craft beer scene, the annual International Comic-Con. consider living here and paying the extra a sunshine tax. It's been said that San Diego has the best weather of anywhere in the United States. I'm gonna put a link down below so you can check out this helpful calculator. It's gonna give you an estimate about how much you need to earn to keep your same lifestyle that you have now in San Diego, as well as average cost of groceries, doctor's visits, and transportation. As someone who lives in San Diego, I can say it's always been a fairly expensive place to live. A single person living in a middle class comfort and able to pay all their bills and put away a little retirement savings every month needs at least to put that $97,000 in. A family of 3 is going to need upwards of $150,000. Now remember, this is going to be dependent on where you decide to live. So if you again choose to live closer to the more expensive areas, especially on the beach, you are going to be paying more money for them. Even if the numbers sound high, living in San Diego doesn't have to be out of reach. So you could do roommates, you could spend significantly less than the average cost of solo housing. So for example, on bungalow.com, their average price for a private room shared in San Diego is 27% less than the rent of an average studio apartment in the same neighborhood. Homeowners comprise 47% of our city's population, and home prices in San Diego have risen about 18% in the last year. So it's definitely getting high up there. In January 2020, San Diego median housing price was 2.5 times the nationwide median price. So North County, we're hitting about $770. Parts of San Diego, you can still buy a house for about $350, $450, $500. Any place like Coronado, Del Mar, Pacific Beach, you need to bring about $1.5 million to $2 million there. But don't worry, there are lots of other areas like La Mesa, Santee, and Ramona, and they're all less than half an hour drive from San Diego and to the beach, and they're about $100,000 less than our county-wide median. San Diego is famous for our Baja-style fish tacos, which are delicious, and I'm gonna make a video about one of my favorites. A pint of beer with our craft breweries is about $6, so it can be kind of an expensive meal, right? If you buy a beer and some tacos. San Diego's residents spend about $162 at restaurants each month, which accounts for just over half of your food expenditures. Did you know that more small farms exist in San Diego than in any other U.S. county, which means that high quality produce is abundant? Groceries only cost about 7% more here than in the rest of the country, and the average San Diegan can expect to spend about $300 a month on groceries, which is less than you would be spending in any of California's other big cities. Transit costs, driving, gosh, we do not have good transit, so you're gonna need to be driving. Only about 6% of people do not own a car, so that's a lot of people with cars. We have a lot of traffic in rush hour times, so keep that in mind. Uber is definitely, and Lyft is definitely helping with people getting transit more. Many homes and condos do come with free street or garage parking. Even in the downtown area, free parking is available, and meters are only $1.25 per hour. Fueling up in San Diego can be expensive, like we talked about, and I've seen upwards of $4 recently around town. San Diego's average car insurance rate is about $1,500, which is a year, which is about $100 more than the national average, and about $91 less dollars per year than other places in California. We do have public transportation and the trolley and the coaster if you choose to live in some of those areas that are close to there. A monthly pass is about $72, which is a relatively good value compared with about $100 for other places like Los Angeles, Philadelphia, and Chicago. The average hourly wage in San Diego is $28 an hour. It's 13% higher than the national average. The national average is $25 per hour. Some of the most in-demand jobs in San Diego that also pay better than average salaries are in the fields of radiation, technology, computer work, architecture, nuclear medicine, and biotech and research. Our average salary is not quite enough to offset the higher cost of living, so if you want to fulfill your dreams of living in California's southernmost city, be prepared to find a job that pays a little bit more than average, and look a little further east for housing or ways to pare down your budget. As a local who lives here now, I've been here about 15 years, I love it and can't imagine living anywhere else. Because of the abundance amount of free things to do all the time, please check out the video, Pros and Cons in Living in San Diego. There's so many things that I don't have to spend money on, and I can be outside enjoying the weather all the time. So that's another way to save some money, by maybe living in a smaller condo or apartment, because you're able to be outside at the beaches and parks all year long. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I love connecting with you. So please remember to leave me a comment, hit a like, let me know how I can help you. I have people reaching out all the time about moving to San Diego, and I'm happy to help you. Thanks again for watching.